Hello and welcome to the Morning News. I'm Shilpa Ratnam and we're talking about the Bangalore rains. After devastating Series A, rains are back for yet another Series B. Now, this was a city that so many were relocating to, believing that it was bringing international standards by way of standards of living. But it continues to deal with the flood crisis, and a heavy downpour in the city has claimed 5 lives across Karnataka. The Met Department has said there will be no respite from rainfall for the next 2 to 3 days as overflowing lakes and storm water continue to drain inundated low-lying areas. Boats and tractors were pressed into service to ferry techies and students to their workplaces and schools. Around 50 areas of rain-hit Bengaluru will not receive drinking water for the next 2 days. Meanwhile, a central team is stated to visit the state today to assess loss and damage caused due to the floods.
This is the famous IT corridor of Bangalore, home to tech giants, startups and innovators. But after 3 days of heavy rains, it is underwater. Roads have turned into rivers, buses have been replaced with boats, and the so-called Silicon Valley of India is now a swampland.
You can see the complete outer ring road is waterlogged, and that's the kind of situation that has been created here because of the heavy downpour. The traffic police are trying to divert the traffic from here. They are requesting people to not choose this particular road to travel.
As always, it's the citizens who bear the brunt. Cars are submerged in the basements of posh housing complexes. Tractors are the only means of transport now, whether to rescue people or to take them to work. The civic apathy is taking a toll and also taking lives. 23-year-old Akhila was struggling to ride her two-wheeler through knee-deep water. She lost her balance and held onto an electric pole but got electrocuted to death. While anger is growing against the Karnataka government for mismanagement and negligence, the Chief Minister is busy blaming his predecessors.
This is done because of maladministration and totally unplanned administration of the previous government, Congress government.
While the politicians pass the buck, the scenes that we've witnessed in Bengaluru in the last 72 hours have put the spotlight on the damage caused by unplanned development in the rapidly growing city. 500 stormwater drains have been encroached upon, and that has now left the city drowning.
Almost all the places where the water was stagnating and people were getting waterlogged, almost all of them are over. This is the worst affected area right now because the Raj Kalve is obstructed. We have started the removal of obstruction since morning.
So who has betrayed Bengaluru?
My colleague Anusha Soni spoke with BBMP Commissioner Tushar Girinath on the state of the floods in the city. Listen.
Citizens are very, very angry. Have you done enough? What would you tell them and how would you assure them at this point?
this rain is not completely our responsibility. The flooding which has happened is unprecedented, as you already know. That is one of the worst for the last 50 years. We have not faced such type of wet season, and the consequent, I mean, consecutive three very high intense rainfall, one after another, has not allowed us. We were completely battered, and it has not allowed the water to get cleared from many places, and also our lakes are full now. With the result, this flooding has happened. When there is a design capacity and the rains happen beyond that design, there would be some flooding. And the effectiveness of the system is that the flooded area should get back to the normalcy at the earliest.
But sir, this is the IT capital of India and it's not equipped with basic infrastructure like a good drainage system. Why were the authorities unprepared when you had a clear warning? Many experts had said that there was already a prediction in place.
Surely we were prepared. If you see, for the last 3 months, we have a system of cleaning all our stormwater drains once in 3 months. We had taken up very, very intensive cleaning with a lot of pressure on the agencies, and the bigger primary and secondary drains have all been cleared. We have around 800 kilometers of primary and secondary drains, which are very big drains, and half of them are lined and half of them are unlined. Looking into the capacity of the unlined areas, we took one-time cleaning starting in the month of June, July, and we have completed that unlined area cleaning also. With the result, if you see the amount of rain which has fallen on the city, the flooding is very, very localized. It is only in 10 square kilometer. It is only between the two biggest lake series, the last of the two biggest lakes which fall in the lake series, which are called Balandur and Vartur, the areas surrounding it. That means the other areas which have got around 100 mm rainfall consecutively 3 times with the gap of around 24 to 48 hours didn't suffer.
But sir, the key lakes are overflowing, as you said. Why weren't the preventive measures taken? I'll come back to that point. And what did the authorities do about the encroachments in this area that you're speaking of?
As I told you, these lakes are not having any what you call gates, etc. So they get filled one by one and they start overflowing. In this case, large number of lakes have reached their capacity in the month of August and the first week of September itself. It is unprecedented that out of 190 lakes, 162 are running full. With these status of lakes, with the lakes will overflow, the water will overflow, and you can't prevent nature.
But sir, coming to the more immediate and pressing concerns, there are issues of drinking water, the scarcity of it being reported from many areas. And you're talking about this localized flooding. What will you do to prevent it? Because the rains are not stopping for the next few days.
There is no question of not doing the evacuation. Actually, the citizens who were there inside the houses, they stayed back in their houses thinking that the water would recede. Somehow, because of the yesterday late rain, etc., they have also realized that it is better that they come out. So we have evacuated. They have also come out because at no place the flooding is on the road around 1 or 2 feet more, 1 or 2 feet, except that 4 layouts where it has reached to 5 feet. And those persons are all evacuated. So we are completely, so far as evacuation, relief measures are concerned, we are completely equipped and doing it.